So I've been struggling with some depression lately. Some of you may have noticed my content's been a little different, and I'm going to do to you what I hate when people do to me, which I'm going to share some unsolicited depression advice, because I know other people struggle with seasonal affective disorder and the holidays are stressful. And the thing is, my depression used to get really dark. Like I would spiral and it would get bad. And then a couple of years ago, I heard something that it hit me the right way, and it gave me the tools that I needed to prevent the spiral. I still deal with depression. And this is not meant to dismiss the chemical nature of depression or say that anyone that doesn't identify with this, there's something wrong with you. It just happened to hit for me. So I'm gonna share it. And it's not super profound. I don't want to oversell it. But what it was is, when we're happy, we know that is going to end. And you can feel that, right? Like, we know the feeling of being happy and then realizing, oh shit, this isn't forever. This is going to end someday. But when we're down, when we're depressed, it can feel like it's going to last forever. And that's it. I told you it's not super profound. And I'm worried that some people are going to hear it sounds like it gets better, which is like, oh, gee, thanks, Gary. That's super vague and not helpful. That really doesn't do anything for me. And I think the problem is that a lot of times we try to address people's emotions with logic. And I think logic can provide perspective, and it might provide a little bit of a nudge. But if you truly want to interrupt a feeling, I think you need to do it with another feeling. And what this did for me, which is different than just it gets better, is it helps me recall that feeling of being happy and then realizing it's not going to last forever. And it's not being depressed and then adding more negative emotions on top of it. It is a feeling of like impermanence. And I think other people are able to recall feelings. Maybe it's a skill. I don't know. But the reason that it's helped me so much with the spiral aspect is, when my depression would get really bad, what happens, and I think some people relate to this is, when I'm depressed, it's harder for me to just meet my needs. It's harder for me to do the things that I need to do. I fall behind on life, on work. I might let my kids have more screen time. And so then I start to feel worse about myself. Like, oh, you're dropping the ball. You're not being a good employee right now. You're not being a good dad. You're not keeping up with life. And then when you couple that with the permanence that comes with depression, because part of depression is a sense of doom. When you couple those things together, to me, it started to feel like my entire future were those negative things that I was thinking about myself. I am a bad person. I am a lazy person. All of the things that I've done in my life were flukes, and I am actually incapable. I am a bad parent. I don't remember if I said that one. But the point is, it becomes permanent. And so now, in addition to trying to find a way to get out of the depressive episode, which is hard enough in and of itself, I'm starting to dig a deeper hole. And I'm taking away my sense of confidence that is probably my biggest tool to get out of that hole. And I get more depressed, and then I fall farther behind on life, which then makes me more depressed, and I fall farther behind on life, and it becomes a spiral, and it becomes very, very difficult to get out of and very dark. And what this has done for me is, when I start to feel that sense of permanence, the negative feelings about my identity and who I am able to recall that feeling of impermanence, and it helps. It's just enough to keep me from starting to go down that loop, and actually feel like, you know what, I'm in for a rough few days, maybe a couple of weeks. And that's okay. It's going to suck. You're going to fall behind, but it is, oh God, I'm going to say it. It is going to get better. Oh, fuck. Anyways, I don't know if that's helpful to anyone. Anyway, I don't know. Bye.